What's happening, guys? John White with the Hunting Challenge. In today's video, I am testing arrows to find out which arrow weight works best with my setup. The reason why I'm doing this, and this will probably be a series because there's multiple steps in the process, is last year I was using a 400 spine arrow with a 100 grain mechanical broadhead. I shot 4 deer. They all weren't the best shots, but I had no blood trails. I had to go on a grid search to find them. Another friend of mine was having the same problem, and we had the thought process that we need to make the switch to fixed blades. And then I came across a video that the hunting public did introducing this guy. I can't remember his name, but he goes by Ranch Fairy. He does case studies, he does testing of different arrows, arrow weight, and I don't get all the technical stuff that he talks about, but at the end of the day, what this is about is increasing the FOC, which is front of center on your weight, so the arrow actually pulls through the targets. And you need to check out Ranch Fairy's, just search Ranch Fairy, you'll find it, and I'll put a link to the main video that I'm doing. But my thought process was that I could put, instead of 100 grain, just move it up to 125 and I'd be fine. And he said, well, what will happen is that your spine will start to flex as it's flying and when it hits the target. He has a kit on one of his videos. You can reach out to him too. He's very, very helpful. But this is it's a kit. They sent me 4 arrows. 2 of them are 300 spine. These are going to be 300 spine arrows and 2 250 spine arrows. I don't know what the weight of this insert is. I'll have to weigh that. I probably should have done that before I put it in. But then the other thing about it is that he has this test kit that has various weights. It goes from 100 to 200 grain. So I'm going to take this outside here, and today's goal is just to find the arrow that flies the straightest. It's no fletchings, just straight shaft. We're not worried about hitting the bullseye or anything. We're just looking for an arrow that flies perfectly straight or as perfect as possible. This can be done through a paper test. I'm not going to paper test. I'm just going to look at how well it enters the target and sticks into the target. Obviously, if it's crooked, that means it's not the best arrow for my setup. And I'm the normal guy, right? I shoot around 60 pounds, probably a little bit higher, have about a 28-inch draw length. So come along with me. We're going to take it outside, shoot the targets, and find out. I'm kind of excited to see what this is. At the end of the day, my farthest shot last year was 25 yards. I always thought speed was important, but at 25 yards, I feel that having something that penetrates and pulls through, I mean, listen, some of these case studies, these things are breaking ribs on the opposite side. Forgot what I was saying. Let's go outside and see what happens. We're going outside. I decided to take just a couple of minutes just to measure each arrow. I wanted to measure what my 400 spine was, what the 300 spine is, and what the 250 spine is, just to get an idea of what the total weight of the arrow is, because eventually when I place the order, I have to include the total weight. Jump up to the 200s. Wow. All right, so there's a noticeable difference from my eyes, probably tough to tell on camera. I just did the 200s. The 250, 200 was a bullet. Now I'm going to compare that to the 300, 150. I don't even know why I do that. I mean, if I can shoot the 250 at the 200 grains, that's pretty powerful. But I'm going to test that out anyway. All right, so now thinking the 250 spine and the 200 grain head are the bullets I need. So I'm going to shoot those a couple of times just to see. So the reason why I have these blocks up here, one is to get it elevated to get a better angle. The other reason why is that this needs to be stable, because if the target moves, it doesn't give an accurate reading of what the arrow is actually doing. So I just threw some blocks on the block. Do these a couple more times. I want to get this white background just to see if I can see it even better. Again, this isn't for accuracy or anything. It's just to find out what arrow flies the best out of my setup. Well, busted the knock there. The 250s are definitely better. Now I'm just gonna dial in the weight. All right, guys, so I'm in here editing this video, and I also got to thinking I didn't like what I was seeing on the video, so I'm gonna start shooting in my basement. I'm just gonna do a few shots. This is good, helpful information. I think it's very important for us archery hunters to make sure what we're doing is creating the best possible situation for a quick, clean harvest. And I'm going to take it out of the wind. As you can tell in that video, it was very windy, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Again, I'm only like 10 feet away, 10, 12 feet, but I'm going to bring it down to the basement to test it out a little bit more, because honestly, I don't know what the heck is the best one for me now. All right, so I'm down in the basement. As you can see, it's junky. Those are all Christmas lights and everything, but it's heavy enough, and I got it elevated to get a better angle. Got some crap on top there to keep it stiff. And I might try a different camera angle to see if I can get a better image of the arrow coming in, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, the lighting down here sucks, so I have to get a brighter background. So I just put up some, bills to shoot. 300, 125, 250, 200. Guys, I thought my 300, 125 was the one at the end of the early round of testing, so I'm going to shoot that again in comparison to the others. 300, 125. 300, 175. Don't like it. 250, 175. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Inserting all's going in that thing. Down to 2 arrows. 300, 125. That's a bullet. Here's a 250, 150. Ooh. Ooh. 250, 150 looks to be good, man. Both of those are good. 250, 150. Bullet. 300, 125. $250, $150 is the winner. Okay, so after that final testing, I felt like the 250, 250, 150 was the overall winner. And then I slowed it down, as you saw, and it looked like the 300 flew a little bit better. So I phoned a friend, not actually. I ended up messaging Ranch Fairy, explained the situation, and basically he said the 250 will fly. So that's what we're going with. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, that it helps you. I encourage you to do the same thing. Get out there, test your setup. Really considered going heavy. I'm doing that this year, so hopefully we'll have some quick kills, and I'll see them fall a lot more than I did last year. Until then, see y'all.